Alright, so after you skip the cutscene with Zelda, you want to hold right and slightly up so that you roll between Zelda's Loftwing and this stone structure right here to begin making your way down to the other end of Skyloft. Just making sure, once again, to take straight lines around everything here. And then right before you run out of stamina, make sure to not run out of stamina, obviously. And while you're walking, you let your stamina meter recharge. Here you don't have to let it recharge a whole lot, because you're just going to be rolling into another stamina fruit over here momentarily. You always want to make sure that if you are rolling into something that can refill your stamina, you want to use just the very last tip of your stamina meter to roll into it to get the most out of that last roll stamina-wise. And so once we've done that, we just walk down the bridge again. We ignore this stamina fruit that was back here on the left. It's surprisingly not actually faster to get this one by like 1/4 of a second, so important thing to keep in mind. When you get over here, you're once again going to want to hop over just this little lip. And then right here, you can once again use target walking to get just a little bit faster acceleration. Because you do want to go forward here, you actually want to target walk up left or up right to get the faster acceleration. Again, you do not want to target walk and hold straight forward. That is not any faster. And then, so right here, we wait until the stamina meter is replenished to 1/4 before we begin sprinting with Link again. As we can see right here, Link then begins sprinting. The general rule in this game regarding stamina is that if your stamina meter almost runs out and you need to continually use stamina for a while after that, you only want to refill the first quarter of the meter right here, right? Because if we go back here to when we were up here, if you watch the stamina meter degrade right here, you'll notice that, or if you watch it deplete right here, you'll notice that the depletion rate gets halved when you get to the last quarter of the stamina wheel, and it begins to get slower just like that. So the last quarter of the stamina wheel depletes at 1/2 the rate of the rest of the stamina wheel, but it recharges at the same rate as the rest of the stamina wheel. So if you get to a point like up here where you're just reusing stamina, or you're having to let stamina recharge before using it again, you only want to recharge the first quarter and then just use that first quarter over and over again, because that's more efficient than letting the entire wheel recharge. I'm gonna do that going over here. Once again, only let the first quarter refill and keep on going. Making sure to roll into this stamina fruit to get the last little bit of our stamina meter for the entire roll right there. And then right here, we're going to roll 5 times on our way over to the trigger for the Groose cutscene right here. In general, when you have extra stamina that isn't used by the time you get to, say, like a loading zone or another stamina fruit, you want to use that extra stamina for rolls, because rolls will use more stamina than sprinting does over the same distance. Rolling isn't really, like, completely necessary, but for each roll you do, you're going to save roughly 1 or 2 frames over sprinting the same distance, at least if you already have momentum, that is. So, yeah, just a thing to keep in mind. And then, so because we did 5 rolls, we have just enough stamina to do one more final roll into the cutscene trigger right here.